Welcome back, Whistle Watchers. Now we'll be looking at Deysel's red card, also Paiawa and Fernandez, why they received yellows. There'll be a whistle stop tour, and of course I'll be answering your Emirates fans questions.
Oh my goodness me. I'm not trying pistachio. I'm going to stick to my cookies and cream. That's a no try from me.
Let's get into it. Well, the World Cup really kicked into life in the weekend, and it great win for Ireland against the world champion South Africa. Portugal showing why they never give up when somebody's knocked the ball on. And also as well, my Wales, what a win that was, dominating Australia on Sunday night. I was singing and cheering in the local rugby club here, I can tell you. Oh, thank you. Right, let's have a look at Deysel's red card. The player is always upright, so he's always illegal, and obviously the head makes direct contact with the side of Dupont's face, and we have a high degree of danger. Of course we do. We have foul play, we have no mitigation whatsoever, so a pretty straightforward red card. In high, head contact first, leading with the head, illegal, dangerous, and a red card. Another big talking point was in the Samoa-Argentina game. Paiawa, yellow card, sent to the bunker, and then a yellow card was the decision. Line of sight is slightly affected here, so we would bring that into a mitigating factor. But he still puts his hand out here, so even though his line of sight is slightly affected, his hand still goes out, and that's what causes the danger. And because of that, we have a correct outcome with the decision from the bunker of a yellow card. So in the Portugal-Georgia game, we had a yellow card to Fernandez. And now what happens here, he does an illegal shoulder charge. So this is good teamwork, good intervention by the TMO, and quite likely so, a yellow card given because of that shoulder charge. Now, if you're running for the ball and you're right next door to the player and you're making contact with the shoulder, running against each other because you're going for a ball, there's nothing illegal with that. It's play on. But when you actually shoulder charge into a player, then that becomes dangerous play, and quite rightly so here, a yellow card given. Big talking point on the weekend was in the Scotland-Tonga game with Tamapoa being yellow carded. A lot of people wondering why it wasn't upgraded to a red. Again, we'd reached the yellow card threshold, it goes to the bunker. This is a very, very difficult one because there are two sides of the arguments, and there will be two camps, one on a yellow, one on a red. So we do have a high degree of danger, we do have foul play, and we do have contact with the head. So we're already reaching that red card threshold. What they will look at now is the actions of the tackler illegal? So although he's upright, he's still going to make a legal attempt to tackle. So if he had to make contact with the head, there was nothing illegal in his tackling. But because there is contact with the head, it then comes under the threshold of the foul play. And for them, in the bunker, there is mitigation, which believes that there is a change of height. And for that reason of change of height, the tackler is unable to adjust accordingly, then the mitigation brings it from a red down to a yellow. For those of you in the red camp, and to be honest, that's pretty much where I am as well, for me, there's not enough mitigation. So if you're looking at this, you have the criteria for a red card, upright, contact with the head, high degree of danger. So we're now looking at mitigation. The actions are not illegal, however, but it all comes down to, do you feel there was enough for a significant drop of height and a significant late drop in height, which means that the tackler is unable to adjust because of the drop of height in a last split second. And for myself and a lot of people, there is not enough for a mitigation, and that's why a lot of us are on a red, but as I said, a lot of people are also on a yellow. The joys of rugby and refereeing, just one of those decisions where it comes down to what your interpretation of it is. So about 6 minutes into the Italy-Uruguay, we have a decision on why is it a try. Well, the player is in possession of the ball, he is in control of the ball, which means all he has to do then is make contact with the line or beyond it. So as long as he makes contact with that, then the try is quite rightly awarded, because just remember, he was in possession, he was in control. Now, another one that's got you talking in the Italy-Uruguay game was the Velassia yellow card. Right, so what do we have here? We do have head contact, there is no doubt about that. It's more of a glance, we don't really reach the threshold of high degree of danger. So we're probably looking at a yellow card the most, then we're looking for any mitigation. This is the key thing here. Look at the ball carrier. So the ball carrier actually comes down into the tackler. It's not the case of the tackler leading into the ball carrier. So that is your mitigation, which brings it from a yellow down to a penalty only. So in this instance, it should not have been a yellow card. A penalty only was more than sufficient for it because the ball carrier comes down into the tackler. Big difference if it was the other way around. Well, that's it for Whistle Watch. Quite a lot there to talk about this week. It's time now for your Emirates fans questions. Right then, let's have a look at your Emirates fans question. Now, not much time to answer questions this week because we discussed a lot in Whistle Watch. Tweet from @GreatStrides65. Hi Nigel, would love your thoughts on the scrum penalty to South Africa after 62 minutes. Which one was that then? I'm going to have to look that one up because I did watch the game and I was sitting there and thinking, well, yeah, I could follow the referee's decision. Now, that doesn't mean that I would have made the same decision because remember, when you're sitting at home and you're watching from a different angle, it's very different to when you're on the field looking at the scrum in front of you. If you remove yourself from that situation and put yourself on the sofa at home and you're seeing all the different cameras and different angles, then you may well land up with a different decision. But certainly not ones I thought that they were glaringly wrong, that's for sure. Tweet from OMR Hizart. What level of fitness do referees need, especially when at the World Cup? Oh, good question that. Now then, probably the referees are much fitter than they need to be. And what I mean by that is, after refereeing for 34 years, there was never one game where I came off the field and felt that my fitness was not adequate enough for the game. So the referees always putting in a lot of hard work to ensure that they are a high level of fitness. So no matter what challenges the game throws at them, that they have that in the tank. Actual fitness of the referees are very, very, very good. You don't see many old referees like me running around the field these days. And that's it for your fans' questions. Thanks for sending them in. I look forward to answering maybe a few more next week. We've got another Emirates Whistle Stop tour for you, and this week Sarah Cox is still touring Lyon.
We're about to head up to one of the most beautiful viewpoints of Lyon, up the funicular, I'm told, de Lyon. So come with us, come and have a look at what we're up to.
Bonjour, allez les bleus.
Where does it go? Oh, we're at the wrong gate. Oh, this one. So tapping your phones here. Oh wow. Salut! Oh, I'm making friends. That €2 to come up on the funicular is well worth it. Look at this view. It's well worth getting out of the centre of the city. Sometimes away from the rugby and the hustle and bustle of the rugby as well, just to come and have moments like this and just looking over the whole of Lyon. So here's a little fact for you. Don't worry if you're not in Paris, because this structure behind me is based on the 3rd tier of the Eiffel Tower. So you got your own little snapshot of Paris, but in Lyon. So a quick pit stop in the centre of Lyon. We're here at Funky Monkey, and no wonder this place is famous for its food. Delicious. Favourite flavour? I am all over this cookies and cream down here. There's some amazing sorbets and there's some really random ones as well. An apricot here, pear, honestly, chocolate sorbet, cherry, caramel. Yeah, you can't be in France without having ice cream, so make sure you get down to one of these. Oh my goodness me. Oh, you don't get ice cream like this. Unbelievable. Pistachio. Probably, personally, one of the worst flavours out there. It tastes like eating a bush. I'm not trying pistachio. I'm going to stick to my cookies and cream. That's a no try from me.
Wow, isn't Lyon a beautiful city? Now, all you rugby fans in the south of France this week, enjoy. Beautiful place. Another busy week of rugby for us whistle watchers, and next week, I'll see you in France. Bonne journée.